Hello, my little munchkins, my little crones, and my sunflowers. Do I need to pull this down a little bit more?
Maybe just a little bit. Okay, that's good.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay.
Yes, we're good.
Okay. So how are you? I hope everything with you is copacetic on this Friday afternoon.
Yes.
So anyway, let's just get to it. Well, word is out on the major news stations
Yes.
that Kate Middleton has cancer and that she's been going through chemotherapy, and that's why she hasn't been talking. Let's talk about it.
Yes. Oh my God. This literally breaking news as we're getting ready to come on camera. We hear this news. Now, baby Crone here believes that this could be a plausible explanation out of all the stories that we're here coming from the royal family, because they're making it look like she's looking a little sick in the media with these fake lookalikes. I could agree that she could be possibly have cancer, and that's why she's been out of it for a while.
Well, for me, that just goes back to what I said in that vision. She was suffering. She was sick. I knew she had something to do with her eating because I said that she wasn't eating. She was sick. And I think that she must have been on very aggressive chemotherapy. And if I don't know. And if she's on very aggressive chemotherapy, it can make you very nauseous. It can make you sick. And because of that, you don't eat very well.
Yes.
And I only know this because of my sister who passed from cancer. What was about a year and a half ago? 2 years?
It could be 2 years.
About
now.
2 years now.
Wow.
So it don't seem like a while to me.
No, it doesn't. I still feel like she died last year. Honestly.
Okay. I thought it was like, wow, like time went fast. No, it just feels, it doesn't feel like yesterday, but it just don't seem like it's been 2 years ago.
Right.
But you got to hold on. But anyway, off of that, back to Kate Middleton. So all of this rigmarole, all the running around, all of this, all of that, all of the screaming that all of the media had to do, all of the channeling and all of the card readers, everything that we finally did, they finally realized that they could not hide the truth. And like I said, it was something serious.
Yes, you did.
I didn't, I don't get it's cancer, but I knew that she wasn't dying. I don't know about that yet, but I know that wasn't the vision of death. But I know the way that thing came over me, it was heavy, and I knew that she would be back. Now it all makes sense to me.
It does.
It makes sense why you wouldn't want to be seen. It makes sense why you incognito or hiding.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how she's getting her treatment. That makes sense when the cards showed that she was in a convalescent place, being taken care of, because they put her in a place where nobody can see her. She's in a facility. Yeah. That's why she's not with her children. So my cards are right, and now this filled in all of the little pieces that wasn't there. So I feel good about it. I really do feel as though that this is what's been going on. Yeah. What do you think, baby Crone?
Yeah, coming down with cancer. First King Charles, now King Kate Middleton. What is going on over there in the royal palace?
We don't know what kind of cancer she has, but apparently it must be aggressive that they're treating her immediately. Mm-hmm. She went in for one thing and then they found out she had cancer. That's what it says. And, that's the way it is, my heart goes out to her for that. And I just didn't understand why all the phony baloney, why all of the rigmarole, why all the running around Jacob's Pond and back, why all of this. You could have just said this from the get-go.
Maybe she couldn't, like you said.
I don't think that's what it is. I'm going to tell you what I think, and I could be wrong. And that's not something you want to shout to the rooftops. That's very, very personal, because I know how my sister felt. You don't want anybody to know that you have it. It feels like, to my sister, it felt like a plague. And it was embarrassing. and she didn't want anybody to know she had cancer. So, they got groups and help. I mean, it's a lot of help for the psychological part of it, not just the physical, but the psychological part that cancer brings, and the medication that you have to take and how harsh it is. And if they're doing it aggressively, then, oh my God, I can only imagine why she couldn't see her kids. Because like I said before, she didn't want her children. She didn't want anybody to see her. So she's in a state, but like I said, it's people helping her. That's what I saw. Oh my God, I feel so relieved.
Yeah, that is
because
true.
I truly believe that's it. That I feel a rest, and I also feel like I understand why she didn't want anybody to know. That's very personal. I would like to know where, of course, but that's up to her to say. So whether it's breast cancer or whether it's lower region cancer, which might be
right, especially after her having her abdominal surgery, and they just happen to find that in the process.
That's what I'm allegedly. Allegedly. And please, if you happen to run by our station, please subscribe or thumb us up, leave a comment.
Yes.
All right. So with that being said, baby, what else you want to say about it? There's so much to say. My heart goes out to her.
I feel bad for her, honestly, suffering with cancer. But how do you think she feels about? Because she finally had to come out, and I just have to think it would have to be kind of creepy to watch a Kate Middleton lookalike or yourself lookalike walking around the United Kingdom pretending to be you for the public. Like, how would she feel?
I think that under the circumstances, I think that she might have thought that maybe she could get away with it. She didn't want anybody to know. She was humiliated. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Just to think you get cancer. You're not going to want anybody to know, right? Until you're ready to deal with that. So until she's ready to deal with it, she wasn't ready to deal with it. But at least I know, God forbid, if that seed came over here, I wouldn't want anybody to know. I would definitely have a hard time accepting that. That alone, just hearing that news would just rattle me for everything. I would need to be on some kind of medicine because it would rattle my soul. Because when you think of the C word, the first thing you think of is dying.
Yes, that is true. Honestly.
You think of it, especially when they say we want to do work right now. Like my sister, we want to go in now. We want to see if we could remove it. And they couldn't remove it from my sister because the lymph nodes was so deep that if they had, she would have bled to death. So we don't know anything, but at least we know that.
Yes, at least we know something.
And I don't think anybody will lie about the C word. The cancer. I don't think anybody would claim that on themselves. That's right? True. So, baby Crone, what else?
You know what? This just makes me think a lot more because that makes me really wonder, is there a mistress out there named Rose that is allegedly pregnant? So how's Kate Middleton feeling about it? First off, Kate Middleton's got a lot on her plate.
Yeah, thinking about all of this, and now that I told you he is not going to leave her. He can't now. I told you that she was going to be the queen unless something devastated happened. Told you. And now it's just horrible to hear that both of them are suffering with cancer.
Yeah.
It's eerie. It's
It is.
I can't lie. I wish I knew what kind, but that's none of my business. At least I know and I understand what she's going through. All of the Jacob Bond running around, lying, being deceptive, all the photoshops, all of this. For what? And I think they made just a fool out themselves. Yes, and did. I think that the media over there, just when they got to say enough, enough. The world is wondering. They think this woman is dead. I knew she wasn't dead.
People were coming to that conclusion.
Well, what would you think? I mean, you hiding. What are you? But I knew that wasn't it. I just didn't know. And my mind never thought of cancer. But my mind now can think how somebody can mentally break down overhearing news like that.
Yes.
Understanding your children. It just all come together and it all makes sense to me right now. So I understand that. My heart goes out to her.
Yes.
I have no idea how her treatment is, but if it's anything like my sister, it's a horrible thing. And I hope that they can get it and put it in remission.
Yes.
You know,
save that queen to be.
Save that queen to be. Yes. And we're just wishing her nothing but the best. But anyway, we just wanted to stop by and give you a little quick up what's going on for those that follow us. Now, you know, we just found out about this maybe about 45 minutes ago, and we're just bringing it straight to you. So it's tragic news, but it's good news because she's in the land of the living and she's getting the top-notch treatment. Believe that. And I just feel so much better to know that she's healing.
Okay, yes.
As I said in the reading, she's healing. And I kept on, why would it hit me so badly? Because for her to hear it, it had to be devastating because we don't know what kind it is. Right. But we do know that whatever she's going through, it was aggressive. So they are treating it aggressively.
Yes.
Because we had, from the time she had the surgery to now, we had no time to delay. It was like underlay. Yeah, and you know, hopefully the priest, what's her name?
The princess.
The princess will be able to come through this. And like they said, April, so maybe April or May, we'll wait. And now we can all calm down. But all of you that freaked out, you know, and I waited a long time. It's so funny. We just finding out this, and I just started reading on her this week.
Yes, that is
true. That true?
That is true.
I just didn't read on her. I tapped on it, but I read on her again on the week that they acknowledged this.
That is true.
It's true. So I kind of felt that this is what I told. I think news is going to come out about her. I said, let me do my reading now so I could be above the curve, because I really like to go back and look at when things like that happen to me. I got to be able to understand them. And this makes so much sense to me. I understand why that spirit bum rushed me. And I understand even more now why it knew it was something big happening. It knew it was going to be a waiting. In my mind, I'm thinking a week or two. I'm not thinking it's going to be 2 months. I'm not thinking that, you know, because that's about how long it's been since I did that reading.
Yes.
So I didn't think that. I thought maybe 2 weeks, but I knew to sit still, she needed time. And I knew that she was doing bad because I seen her sick. And that's when I knew. I was like, I seen her sick, nurses was helping her. Now all of this makes so much sense to me, you know. And no, I never believed that she got a bazillion butt lift. I never believed that. I never believed she got her breast done. I never believed that. And I never believed she got a tummy tuck. But what I did believe that Kimberly was going to make her way over there. And so
Kimberly made that sure.
No, I'm sure that was funny. It was starting to be a meme and people were starting to make fun. And I think when the Kimberly joke came, I think they was like, okay, if the Kardashians are making fun of this, then enough already. So I knew that it had to come to a breaking point. When Piers Morgan started speaking, I knew it was enough. And Morelli was like, I knew it had to come to an end. And like people were talking about it on and on and on and on and on and on and on. And I'm telling you, I was sitting back just hoping and praying that this woman didn't show up deceased. I was like praying about it because I had made that proclamation that was not it. And I knew that she would just need time. I didn't understand the pain, but now I understand the mentalness of it and the physicalness of it. I can so relate to it. and such a better. So the way that spirit hit me, it was correct. It was correct. This was a devastating blow for her. So I get that. I get it. Because it's just, I'm just relieved. Whoo, that I know she's alive, and I knew that she was, and that I knew that she wasn't going to get no butt lift and no thigh lift and no tummy tuck, no, but I knew no breath. I knew none of that. And if it was any kind of surgery, it had to be for her health. That I knew. So I am good to say that. Is there anything else you would like to add to that, baby Crone, or take away from that?
No, I'm just glad to hear something reasonable about Kate.
Woo. Yes. So we thank you for joining us. This is just a recap of what we heard about Kate Middleton. And I'm believing that this time it is the truth. Why? Who would claim cancer? Who? But an idiot.
Yes.
I would never claim sickness in all my days. I wouldn't put sickness on me, and I wouldn't put sickness on my child. Never, ever would I do a thing like that. So for that, I truly believe that that's it. Okay. And I see where the suffering and the quiet and the convalescent and all of that, I get it on so many levels. And with that being said, thank you for joining us again. You ready?
Yes.
Sunflowers.